Very many returns with Seabass kicking off, one of the strongest legs in the National Football League, and continued his field goal success last week against Arizona. Ted Ginn Jr. will be back deep to receive for the 49ers. And the Battle of the Bay is underway. He's got a little wind factor. He still keeps it deep in the end zone. And Ginn's going to take it out. Across 15, across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And that is where the San Francisco 49ers will take over. Alex Smith, 2 of 7, 10 yards, sacked twice last week. A quarterback rating of 39.6. And he knows there's room for improvement, but much of what happened last week wasn't his fault.
Yeah, and I think what you're going to see out of Alex is he's just going to let it go. I'd love to see 18 to 20 throws for him in this football game. Get him in a rhythm, some underneath passing game stuff, get his confidence up, move the chains. Again, though, P-L-A-Y, play the game, play loose, let it go if you're Alex Smith.
Delaney Walker sets up the tight end out of the backfield. On the first play, they carry to Frank Gore. He's lost his footing a little bit, picks up a yard to about the 24-yard line. Let's take a look at the Xfinity lineups. The 49ers O-line has got to do a better job. They know it. 5 of the 6 sacks allowed by the starters last week. Ted Ginn and Joshua Morgan remain the 49ers starters on the depth chart, looking to make a bigger contribution early against the Raiders. Second down for San Francisco, a pickup of 1 or 2 at the most. Second down and 8.
Here comes the pressure.
And a quick slant over the middle, and good coverage. Vernon Davis and there's the flag.
Yeah, Wembley was all over him. Nice recognition by Alex and Vernon Davis. Seeing it was man coverage, ran a quick slant, and Cameron Wembley was on his back. See, when you split your tight end out wide and they put a backer out there, Alex already knows it's man coverage. And Vernon reads the way that Cameron Wembley was lined up, outside leverage. He read it perfectly, ran an inside slant. Easy call for the side judge to make.
Cameron Wembley signed a huge contract with the Raiders, $48 million last year. Expecting big dividends from him. Conrad Ruland is the man, or Bruce Miller, is the man in motion, and they give it to Gore. Gore gets across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Might have picked up 3 yards. It'll be second down and 7. Let's take a look at the Xfinity starting lineup. Defensively for the Oakland Raiders, Richard Seymour is the anchor of the Raiders' 4-3 defense. Going to his first Pro Bowl as a Raider last year. That wasn't his first trip, of course. Cameron Wembley back after signing that big contract, was telling you about it. Linebacker and Stanford Route replaces Nnamdi Asomugha at cornerback. Chris Johnson is not starting tonight, out with an injury. So the Raiders going with actually trying to find depth at cornerback and movement that time. I think it was Davis over there at right tackle. Second down. Yeah, I think the Niners would like to see a little bit more consistency out of the 11th overall pick in last year's draft. Gave up a sack last week.
So young, so raw, and giving up that sack, he also jumped off sides early last week, and he left early. So that stuff's clearly got to get better. I'll tell you, his comrade, that left guard, Mike Iupati, he will have his hands full tonight in year number 2 with Richard Seymour. Richard Seymour is still a dominant player now that he's with the Raiders.
Second down, 11. Ball at the 29-yard line. Alex Smith at quarterback, Gore in the backfield. Persistent pass, good protection by Gore, and it's incomplete. Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. Stanford Route there on the coverage. Here's a little difference you saw last week. Gore picking up the blitz that time and saving Alex Smith.
Yeah, and watch, there it is right there. Tyvon Branch able to pick him up. I love the fact that Alex sees it. Saw it right away. Quick pass. Got it out. It was a good throw. Delaney Walker's got to be able to catch that. Hit him right in the hands.
But instant improvement from what we saw last week in New Orleans. So it'll bring up third down, 11. Ball at the 29-yard line. Niners 2 receivers on the top. Joshua Morgan on the bottom of your screens. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up again, and the pass out, and it's complete for a first down. Vernon Davis across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Jerome Boyd makes the tackle for Oakland.
Well, Chuck Bresnahan, the Raiders coordinator, is not wasting any time. He is sending the pressure. Here it comes over here. Well, they're able to pick it up. Alex gets to his back foot. Vernon Davis creating a nice gap of separation. Look at that. One hitch and throw. The ball comes out on time.
Well, the Raiders defense, one of the certain strengths of their football team, but of course, gone is Nnamdi Asomugha, but the defensive front, very, very stout. Lamar Houston, young player, of course, Richard Seymour, and the linebackers.
And Tommy Kelly played his rear end off last year. Really, you see there 7 sacks. Richard Seymour, the addition of Richard Seymour has been outstanding in terms of rejuvenating Tommy Kelly. They are now getting the most out of the defensive tackle.
Pick up a 4, second down and 6. And a quick over the middle, and it's complete. Inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line.
The protection and the blitz pickup, much better in terms of, those were the keys to the game. And Joe Staley knows it. Those guys got to collectively work together. And as I said earlier, Chuck Bresnahan, the Raider defensive coordinator, is already sending the heat, and they've been able to pick it up front.
So it's third down and less than a yard. Dixon and Morris in the backfield for the 49ers. Walker in motion, and the give is to Dixon. And Dixon fights for the first down, and he appears to have it. He needed to get just inside the 36-yard line. First down, San Francisco.
You notice how they ran to the right side and not at Richard Seymour. Richard Seymour got some good penetration, but they ran the other way. I do the same thing. Here's Seymour here. You see him get the penetration on Yapati. And that's what Jim Harbaugh's looking for, situational football, the opportunity to work on the short yardage package and then execute it and pick up the first down. Should make Coach Harbaugh happy.
Braylon Edwards now in at receiver at the bottom of your screen for the 49ers on first down. Ball just outside the 35-yard line. Niners driving, opening possession. Good time for Smith. Braylon Edwards reception, and he fumbles the football, and it's recovered. Now they're saying it's incomplete.
And that's the right call. Braylon should have had that. He went up and plucked it out of the air. Braylon's always open 4 feet over his head now. He'll go get it. Never finished the process of the catch, though. You'll see here another good throw by Alex. There's Braylon. Runs a little stick, runs a post. Good catch.
Boy.
Good job by Branch just knocking it out on the way down.
The second down and 10, and now Alex is going to call a timeout. Timeout. Right now, good opening drive by the 49ers. 9:39, 49ers moving the football, no score. Welcome back, everybody. Tim Ryan with Dennis O'Donnell. Kim Coyle on the sidelines. Battle of the Bay, 9:39 left to go in the first quarter. And the 49ers looking very impressive on their opening drive, completing third down and have the ball right now at about the 35-yard line.
Night and day from last week in New Orleans. Remember, I believe the first 3 drives were all 3 and out for the offense.
First and 10 line tonight, presented in part by your California Ford dealer. Second down and 10 after the incomplete pass to Braylon Edwards. And Dixon's got some room on the outside, inside the 30 to the 25-yard line, and he will have the first down.
Guy moves pretty good for a 250-pound back. Watch Shiloh Rachel. He's going to pull out and get in front. Blocked down there by Anthony Davis. Here comes Shiloh, gets a nice block. And then it's Anthony Dixon just turning the corner for a first down. Again, a situation that's going to make Coach Harbaugh happy. Red area. They're getting down in the red zone. Did not have those opportunities last week. They're loving having the opportunity to run plays in this situation.
7 carries, 16 yards last week for Dixon. He's the ball carrier again. Good lead block by Norris, who locked him then and gets inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line. I think this is a big game for Anthony Dixon. I think he's being pushed by Kendall Hunter, who is a draft pick by the 49ers, who the coaches are high on. So I think there's some competition going on the spot behind Frank Gore.
Should be a great competition. Did Anthony lead the preseason in rushing last year? Had issues staying healthy during the season. He's a different kind of back, though, now. Guy close to 250 pounds.
Pick up of 1, second down and 9. Joshua Morgan in motion to the bottom of your screen. Braylon Edwards at the top. He's looking and he throws. Braylon Edwards, first down, San Francisco inside the 10-yard line. So DeMarcus Van Dyke, the rookie for the Raiders, there on the coverage, but that's a mismatch with Braylon Edwards right now.
As soon as he turns and tries to run, and here's Braylon, when he's going to get deep. Now watch him put the brakes on. A little push off, got away with it. And he and Alex Smith on the same page. Love to see that.
Well, DeMarcus Van Dyke, you talk about a rough introduction for a third round. His first play was opposite Larry Fitzgerald against Arizona. The Cardinals went right at him, completing a long gain. Then he gave up an 18-yard touchdown to Stephen Williams.
Watch Braylon down here at the bottom.
And it's Dixon. And Dixon gets about the 7-yard line. Well, with Alex Smith in the red zone, that's one of the things that was not a problem. He was had a rating of 118, second only to Tony Romo in the NFL. 30 of 42, 9 touchdowns, no interceptions in the red zone. That's our Toyota red zone stats. Pretty good numbers.
Very good numbers. And Braylon Edwards now in the mix should help him out. They haven't had a guy on the team with Braylon's skill sets in terms of the big fade route.
Second down, and it's Gore. Straight up the middle, Gore at the 5 to about the 2-yard line. So it was Rolando McClain who finally stopped Gore.
Little quick trap inside. Shiloh Ray Shaw, you're going to see him get out in front again and trap the defender for the Raiders. And then watch Frank's vision and patience. That's beautiful. And that's probably Frank's best skill set in terms of, he's number one, he's his own best blocker in breaking tackles, but his vision and his patience, not many guys around the NFL better than Frank Gore.
Third down. Walker in motion, Edwards at the top, and it's Dixon. And Dixon caught hit in the backfield, and a nice job defensively that time by Matt Shaughnessy, who really brought that play to a halt. So David Akers will come on as an impressive drive, but give the Raiders credit. They stall the 49ers inside the 5-yard line.
I would have loved to seen Braylon Edwards out on the edge in terms of what I was talking about, just throwing that big fade route. That Stanford route on him in man coverage. Instead, the 49ers tried pounding it in behind the offensive line.
David Akers hit a 59-yarder last week, and it's a fake by the 49ers, and that is not going to work. Picked off by the Raiders, Rolando McClain.
Yeah, that was no fake. That was a drop snap.
Drop snap, excuse me, but they're not going to Niner down on the field. Looks like Lee. Andy Lee is down on the field for the 49ers. We'll be back.
Andy Lee was trying to spot it down there for Akers. It just fell out of his hands. And now you're going to see him, and it's all him now trying to get it off. He just gets blasted and lands on what looked like his right shoulder.
Michael Bush, the ball carrier for the Raiders, as they get the ball deep in 49er territory. Jason Campbell at quarterback for the Raiders. But that was a 15-play, 75-yard drive. Accumulated 8 minutes and 45 seconds, but they came up empty. So Campbell, who is in his 7th year out of Auburn, took over the reins after the disappointing finish to the Jamarcus Russell era in Oakland. Pick up a 4-yard, second down and 6. Hayward Bay, the receiver in motion, and it's Bush again. And nice job by the 49ers. Brooks, Laurel Bowman makes the tackle for San Francisco. Xfinity lineups, Bush, McFadden not playing, that broken orbital bone, so Michael Bush starting in the backfield for the Raiders.
Big question mark with the Raiders is right here now, this big offensive line. Bob Wiley, Steve Wisniewski, the offensive line coaches. If there's any question mark really on this Raider offense other than those receivers getting healthy and back on the field, it's that young offensive line. A lot of changes.
And now the Raiders call timeout with 4:19 left to go in the 3rd and 6 situation. We'll take a timeout. No score. Andy Lee's feeling a little pain. The good news is he's up and he's walking around.
the way he came down. As he got up in the air and the defender pushed him, looked like he came down hard on his right shoulder, right hip. He's limping around pretty good.
Yeah, you don't want to lose him. 8th-year, two-time Pro Bowler, punted for a 46.2 average in 2002. He's a good one. They're down and 6 for the Raiders. Ball at the 14-yard line of the 49ers. Or the Raiders, excuse me. Niners bring the blitz, and it's incomplete. He's looking for Darius Hayward-Bay. Jermaine Brock over there on the coverage, but the Niners brought the heat. Navarro Bowman coming in on a blitz, and it'll be 4th down.
What a crafty move by Navarro Bowman, because it's picked up, but watch as he flashes in here. The running back, Michael Bush, steps to pick him up, and watch him just whip around him. Whip! Right around him. Gets the pressure on Jason Campbell. Jason's got to get rid of the football. There was no receiver out there to catch it.
Shane Leckler, one of the best, if not the best in the business, will punt. Ted Ginn Jr. standing at the 35-yard line, backed up inside the 30-yard line. Gets a little bit of room to run. And brought down at the 39-yard line. So the 49ers will have good field position with 4:02 left to go in the first quarter. No score in the Battle of the Bay. Don't forget to check out 49ers.com for all your 49ers information, exclusive video, NFL news, and more. 49ers.com. This was a good drive on the opening drive for Alex Smith. 3 of 5, but it easily could have been 5 of 5. He had a couple of drops, Braylon Edwards and Delaney Walker, but even though they came away with no points, Tim, that was a strong drive for Smith.
Yeah, and he's got his confidence, I would hope, going right now. And the ball was coming out on time, it was going to the right spot, and it was accurate.
First and 10, ball at the 19-yard line. 49ers have Dixon in the backfield, Ginn as the receivers, along with Joshua Morgan. The fake to Dixon, and Joshua Morgan drops the football. Safety valve for Smith, incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Groves is the man who pushed him, but Morgan dropping.
Well, and another drop, as you said. So now 3 of 6 with 3 drops, all 3 incompletions, and it just makes me think of the blitz period during the week and the 3rd down drill during the week when Alex was razor sharp, Dennis, and the ball was not going on the ground.
Yeah, strong week of practice for Alex Smith. This is the week where Jim Harbaugh said there was separation between he and the rookie Colin Kaepernick. Dixon is the ball carrier, cuts inside. Nice move by the Niner running back, and Huff is able to stop a 1st down, albeit temporarily, to the 28-yard line, shy by about a yard.
Really good vision there by Anthony Dixon. That ball was designed to go outside, and you're going to see right here, Wembley's got good leverage to the outside. He sees it. Anthony Dixon cuts it back inside and is able to pick up some positive yards. And that's what I was talking about earlier in terms of the Raiders with those outside backers. It's hard to get around the perimeter on thwn guys with all their speed.
3rd down and 1. Norris the fullback, Dixon the running back, and it's Dixon. Dixon tries to cut inside. I don't know. He is going to be very close to a 1st down. Nice pursuit. Seymour on the outside. Good job by the Raiders.
Just not going to block. 92, Richard Seymour. And Adam Snyder there playing center. And Adam's never been a center now up until this year, and he's really in a battle for that job with Jonathan Goodwin. That's a tough row to hoe now, trying to block Richard Seymour, one of the best in the business. And they're moving him all along the front now. Right end, right tackle, left tackle. They're moving Richard everywhere.
Kendall Hunter now in the backfield for the 49ers as they pick up the 1st down. The fake to Hunter, throws downfield, a wide open Joshua Morgan across the 50 into Raider territory down to the 37-yard line. Tavon Branch finally makes the tackle on the wide open receiver. Missed defensive assignment by the Raiders.
You love Alex holding in there, knowing he is going to get smoked now in terms of getting hit, and he still delivers an accurate ball on the crossing route. I mean, Tommy Kelly just laid the wood on Alex. I call those bailout throws. Quarterback knows he's going to get hit. He's on his back foot, and he bails out and throws it accurately.
Gain of 33 yards to the 38-yard line. That's twice Smith has been under pressure where he has been able to complete the pass. And it's Hunter with his first carry of the day for the 49ers, and he pushes the ball down to the 31-yard line. And you were mentioning, Tim, that he might be 5'7", but he can go between the tackles.
That's the thing. Don't misunderstand Kendall Hunter when you look at his size and think that he is a perimeter bounce running back. In between the tackles, and he's going to cut this one back here. He's going to see a little daylight on a little inside zone play. Very, very strong in the lower body. Showed up at Oklahoma State with all those big-time yards.
Pick up a 7 yards. Second down and 3. And it's Hunter again. Looking for a block from Norris, and he got one. First down. And he's still going. Look at the little guy go to the 15-yard line, out of bounds. There's a flag.
It's going to be on Yapati on a hold on Rolando McClain. Dennis McClain shot the gap on a run blitz.
And the 77 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
And here's Mike Yapati, 77. Here comes McClain. He's just going to lock on him, and then you see the arm across the chest. He's unable to get free to get in on the tackle, being McClain.
Yapati, one of 2 first-rounders. Of course, 6 spots behind Anthony Davis, as the Niners used 2 first-rounders in last year's draft.
And he is a house now. I remember seeing that guy at the Senior Bowl a couple of years ago. Trent Baalke, I mean, he knew he was going to draft that guy from before they ever even got to the Senior Bowl out of Idaho. He is a big dude.
Run blocker at the half, but the hold there. Second down at 13. Niners backed up. Smith the pass. Throws, and it's complete. Vernon Davis with his first reception. Not much doing. Maybe a gain of a yard or 2. It'll be second down. Jerome Boyd comes up to make the tackle for the Raiders.
Maybe one of the best in the business there, huh, Vernon Davis? I know there's no tight end in the National Football League more explosive in terms of athletic skill.
They're going to have a 2-headed monster with the 49er offensive formations now with Delaney Walker and Vernon Davis. Hopefully there's enough football to go around. Third down for the 49ers, 3rd and 8.
Here comes the heat.
Picked up again by the 49ers, but this time it's picked off. Matt Shaughnessy with the interception. I'm not sure that Alex saw Shaughnessy drop back into coverage.
He didn't. There's no way he did. This is a beautiful job of the Raider defense executing the fire zone. They bring pressure from one side with the safety in the corner. They drop the defensive end on the other side. Alex never saw him. Dennis, on the interception, there's no doubt in my mind Alex Smith never saw Matt Shaughnessy dropping into the flat. And here's Shaughnessy. You'll see him flash, and he's going to bail. Alex thinks that it's cover 3 deep principle. He thinks that he's got Vernon Davis on a little easy out route. Never saw the defensive end in coverage.
So 1 second left to go in the first quarter. So the Raiders will hand it out, or fake. And Campbell down the middle, and it is complete. With a rookie inside the 47-yard line.
The end of the first quarter.
Denarius Moore with a first down for the Raiders to bring the first quarter to a close. So the Niners threat, they dominate the first quarter offensively, but they come up empty with an interception and a missed field goal. Raiders now in Niner territory. No. Welcome back, everybody, to the second quarter of the Battle of the Bay. The Niners dominate really offensively in the first quarter. They had 130 yards to the Raiders 21. The Niners had 8 first downs to the Raiders 1, but there's no score. Denarius Moore with the reception for the Raiders, and they have the ball at the 46-yard line. Bush in the backfield, Campbell, and a quick out to Moore, and Moore inside the 40 to 36, near another first down, but they are high on Denarius Moore. Take a look at the San Francisco defense. Isaac Sopoaga has missed a good deal of camp, but he is back.
Is reported eligible, 69.
Back at nose tackle for the 49ers. Brooks, Bowman, Willis, and Harrelson. And Brooks having a tremendous camp for San Francisco. And Bush breaks a couple of tackles, gets inside the 30-yard line. The Raiders now starting to move the football after being very quiet. Take a look at the Deshaun Golson getting his first start for the 49ers. Tremaine Brock and Terrell Brown are the starting corners tonight. And I think you got to fight there for one of the cornerback positions. Shante has not been able to stay healthy.
And these corners and this defense that Vic Fangio runs, the corners are on islands now. You got a lot of 3-deep principles, so the corners really have to play great.
Ball to 27-yard line, second down and 2. The toss back, and it's Bush. Bush cuts back inside, and he will get the first down at the 30-yard line. He's right on the number right there. Raider offense under Hugh Jackson last year scored 410 points.
And good job by Bush with the vision on the cutback, because you're going to see where I drew that little circle to the outside. He's not getting outside of Ahmad Brooks, 55. So Ahmad forces it back inside, as did Terrell Brown. That was all Michael Bush right there.
Ray McDonald slammed it down, but he has the first down. Moore and Bay are the receivers. Bay now is in motion, and Campbell the pass. Good pass protection. Campbell throws deep, and he's looking for Moore. Incomplete. Out of bounds, so Moore is the rookie. Led the Raiders in receptions last week with 3 for 37 yards. Had the football, but out of bounds, or beyond the line.
They love this dude, Denarius Moore, out of Tennessee. He will absolutely go up and fight for every football. He's probably, and I know the wideouts have been hurt. Watch him get vertical in a hurry right here, number 17. I know the wideouts have been hurt, Jacoby Ford and Chaz Schillens. Out of all the wideouts, there's no question Denarius Moore is having the best camp of all of them.
Yeah, he's for real, they say. Second down and 10. Campbell with Bush in the backfield. Good pass protection again, and that one is complete. Hayward Bay with the ball. First down inside the 5-yard line. Boy, he had double coverage that time. He had Culliver and Golson over there on coverage for the 49ers.
They had man coverage with Golston free over the top. That's just a great throw from Jason Campbell, throwing the receiver open, because Culliver was really in outstanding shape. But you saw Jason Campbell throw what they call the back shoulder fade, Dennis, or the fly stop. There's a bunch of names for it. Bottom line is you throw it right at the back of the corner and to the back shoulder of the receiver. That was well executed.
Marcel Reese is the fullback. Bush behind him. And the fake. Campbell on the bootleg. Harrelson on the pressure. Campbell and will be tackled. Good job by Patrick Willis, who came over to make the touchdown saving tackle for the 49ers.
How about the heat from Patrick Willis? Because Kevin Boss is open now. Kevin Boss is open. Jason Campbell, late in seeing him, should have got rid of it here. Now watch 52 as a heat-seeking missile. Bang. Going in there and getting on the quarterback, Jason Campbell. Jason had a touchdown there if he would have just saw Kevin Boss and got rid of it on time.
Kevin Boss, the new tight end for the Raiders.
Yeah, speed by Patrick. Sick.
And it's Bush. And Bush gets away from one man. Winter had him in the backfield, but he slowed up the play enough for the 49ers to make the stop. It'll bring up third down and goal.
Whitner, as you said, flashed in there, went to the ground, and then still got back up and was able to get in on the tackle. That's where Dante Whitner, Dennis, is at his best, is in the run box. No question about it.
I was mentioning the 410 points scored by the Raiders. Compare that to 197 in 2009. You think Hugh Jackson made a difference? Third down and goal for the Raiders. Campbell hands off to Reese, and he stopped immediately. Great penetration by San Francisco. Ricky Jean-Francois able to make the touchdown-saving tackle for the 49ers.
It's going to be hard to replace Abrea Franklin in this defense, but watch Ricky Jean, number 95, penetrate right here. Look at that penetration right there. Is able to get to the running back. Isaac Sapuaga getting over the top. Great job by all of the defensive linemen there at the goal line.
Well, the Niners attempted a field goal in the same position. The Raiders are going for it. And they line up 3 receivers. Bush in the backfield with Campbell. Got time. Now he's under pressure. Look out. Down he goes. Sacked by Paris Harrelson, and the 49ers will have the football.
Sacks are great. Sacks in the red zone on 4th down are even better.
10:26 left to go in the first half. No score.
Dennis, here's the sack by Paris Harrelson there, 98. He's just going to speed rush with a rip to the outside of Jared Velda here. Just a terrific job of continuing to run his feet, never stopped his feet, sunk the rip in, turned the corner, good coverage down the field, trying to swat that ball out too. That's a big sack by Paris Harrelson.
Alex Smith remains at quarterback for the 49ers. This is the first time the Niners have had poor field position tonight. And Dixon, the ball carrier, cuts back inside again, across the 15 to near the 20-yard line. First down. That's a second beautiful run tonight. Stevie Brown makes the tackle for the Raiders. First and 10 line tonight, presented in part by Jack in the Box, where you can get anything on the menu any time of the day.
Watch this hold to the left side. Yapati does a great job of locking his guy up. Joe Staley with a down block. Moran Norris on the backer. Dennis, you could have ran through that hole.
You think? Hey, if Hunter's 5'7", I can't too. Kendall Hunter and Anthony Dixon both showing the Niners got some nice depth behind Frank Gore. Finally tripped up about the 18-yard line. Kendall Hunter, you're seeing a lot of time for the second string backs with the first team unit.
Well, and that's important. You know, get the rhythm, the continuity. It's so much cooperation, especially when you're running the zone, and they're running zone and power. But when you run the zone, it's cooperation, blocking from the line, and the backs got to be 100% in sync with the line. So if you can get your backup backs working with your number 1 O-line, and you need them in the regular season, if something happens to Frank, the timing is there.
So he loses 2 yards. Ball at the 18, second down and 12. Smith. Good job by Upati. Throws up. Joshua Morgan makes the reception across the 20 to 25-yard line. Upati, good pass protection for Alex Smith. It'll bring up third down. Stevie Brown makes the tackle for the Raiders.
Love the way Alex reloads here. Watch, he'll drop back. He wants to get rid of this ball to his first read. And nope, not there. Second read, nope. Keeps his eyes down the field and is able to find Josh Morgan. Boy, I've seen a lot of growth for Alex Smith between last week and this week. It's been outstanding. And one thing they don't remember, Dennis, is he didn't get to practice the first week of camp until the CBA was ratified. So he was really a week late versus the other QBs.
You're right, Harbaugh saying he had a great week last week. Hunter, the ball carrier across the 30, and that's a first down. So Kendall Hunter and Anthony Dixon moving the chains for the 49ers on the third down play. So there's a lot of yardage going back and forth in this football game. No points yet.
Watch the surge for the whole line now. And the Raiders are now playing their backups. But you see white jerseys going backwards and red jerseys pushing them backwards. You're loving that if you're Mike Solari, the offensive line coach.
Conrad Rulin, the tight end, is in motion. Smith pass, has time, throws, and it is complete. Conrad Rulin out of Stanford has the ball at midfield for a first down. The guy that Jim Harbaugh called Novacek because he never drops a football in camp. That's the ultimate compliment right there.
And he's got an advantage now, being from Stanford. The installation is done in his mind. He knows this offense. Really good job hanging on to it and knowing he was going to take a big hit by the safety.
Kendall Hunter in the backfield for the 49ers. Quick drop back by Smith, and he throws, and Braylon Edwards with a brilliant catch at the 25-yard line. A one-handed number from the 49ers receiver, and the Niners get it deep into Raider territory.
This is what Braylon Edwards can do now. He can run that 9 route, which is the takeoff route, as good as anybody. Alex knows right now he's got man coverage to the backside. That's outstanding. Very, very good throw, and then watch the one-hand concentration by Braylon Edwards. Finishes the process all the way to the ground. That's a rare talent.
Walter McFadden struggled last week against Arizona on coverage for the Raiders. And it's Hunter. He breaks one tackle, gets inside, cut back to the 10, and inside the 10, dragging tacklers with him to the 6-yard line, and another 49er first down. Stevie Brown made the tackle for the Raiders, a touchdown saving tackle.
Everybody, Dennis, is blocking for the 49ers right now, doing a nice job. I want you to watch Delaney Walker. Here he is. Watch him get up and get in on this block. And as Delaney told us in production meetings, he says the better he blocks as he hammers the backer and gets him down, the more he gets to stay on the field in their two tight end package, and the more things are going to open up for him. He said he's really been working hard on his blocking. That was a heck of a job.
So tonight, Morris is the fullback. Anthony Dixon back in at running back for the 49ers on first down and goal. Smith still at quarterback, and it's Dixon. And Dixon gets about a yard or two. Travis Gaethel makes the tackle for the Raiders.
Niners need a little payoff now. I mean, it's been missed opportunities in the first half of this game. They've been moving the ball up and down the field. They had the bad hold on the field goal, missed opportunity there for 3 points. Alex throws the interception. They were moving down towards the red zone. It's been a very good drive. They need a payoff.
Ginn and Morgan, the receivers. Morgan is now in motion. Smith moving, looking, and throws incomplete. Looking, rolling to the right, and again, it's late. Jimmy Cumby coming in hard on Alex. It'll bring up third down.
Braylon Edwards coming into the game. I'm going to harp on it again and be redundant until it happens. I want to see that fade route to big number 81. Throw it up, let him go win a rebound, get a jump ball for a touchdown.
So Edwards, Ginn, and Morgan, the receivers, with Dixon in the backfield on third down and goal for the 49ers. And it's Dixon. They're not hearing you downstairs, Tim. And Dixon is stopped for nothing at all. Groves and Lamar Houston put an end to that one, and the 49ers will have a field goal situation. David Akers will come on. That's twice now that the Niners have gone to the run on the third down and goal play.
And you can see Andy Lee is not right physically after that last botched field goal when he took a big shot.
Lee, though, remains the holder. Ought to be a chip shot, but we saw what happened last time. And so the 49ers are on the board with 4:37 left to go. Both teams moving the football. Yeah, I think Alex Smith has been able to move the ball up and down the field. He's done a good job for the 49ers.
No, he is on it for sure. And he's had time to throw. I mean, he's taken a couple of good shots, but Chuck Bresnahan started this game by sending the pressure. And the O-line, the running backs, the tight ends have done a nice job in the blitz pickup. And Alex seeing it, seeing the right guy, making the right reads, and getting it out on time.
See the numbers on his last drive. Fabrizio Scaccia will kick off for the 49ers. Nick Miller is going to have no part of that. The Raiders will have the ball at the 20-yard line with 4:37 left to go in the first half of the Battle of the Bay. And we got Patrick Willis mic'd up. Let's have a listen.
Stay tight, stay tight. Hey, stay tight. Stay tight. Yes, sir. Hey, good job, boy.
Oh, you want any of that, Dennis? I'll take some.
I think there's something wrong with our microphone, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like Patrick just blew it up.
Jason Campbell and the entire Raiders starting offense remains in the football game. Campbell, good pass protection, and he throws, and it is complete. There is Hayward Bay. Deshaun Goldson there on the coverage, but a nice job by Jason Campbell to loft it over Paris Harrelson, who's a linebacker.
Very good job by the Raider offense in the blitz pickup. Watch the cross dog inside with both linebackers, Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. And they pick it up beautifully. And that'll be a big part of what Vic Fangio does, the defensive coordinator. The more pressure they can get out on the outside, those outside backers, the more it will open on the inside. And you'll see a lot of those double inside linebacker blitzes by Fangio in this defense.
Campbell on the screen, and it's Bush. And rookie Gene Francois really did a good job in shedding the blocker. Looked like that might be a nice gainer, but the 49er lineman able to stop that play.
They had that set up perfectly. If Ricky Jean doesn't make that play, that's going for a first down and then some. And I know they've been happy with the way Ricky Jean has played. Watch him here, 95. Watch him roll down the line of scrimmage. And he's able to get off the block and in open field tackle a running back. Hard to do.
2nd down and 4. Bush broke a tackle. There was nothing there. And Bush broke and got away and got a first down into Niner territory. I tell you what, if Deshaun Golton or Dante Winter, those guys weren't standing there, he might have gone.
One thing that the Raiders certainly did outstanding last year was run the football. And Isaac Sapuaga is there to wrap it up. It looked like somebody had just knocked Isaac off as he wrapped up Bush. Ricky Jean-Francois just fell off. And Michael picks up that first down. That was all 29.
We're under 3 minutes now. Campbell is going to use the Raiders' second timeout.
Timeout Oakland. That's their second charge. Timeout.
2:44 left to go in the half. Raiders moving the football. Go 49ers or visit 49ers.com for season ticket packages that include the September 11th home opener against the Seahawks, the September 18th showdown with the Cowboys, and the regular season home finale on Monday night, December 19th, versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the ball at the 47-yard line after the run by Bush. The Raiders have it first down. They only have one timeout left. Niners come on the blitz, and they're going to get it. Campbell lost the football, but it looked like he got it back. Justin Smith in there on the pressure.
That was good pressure by 3 guys. Paris Harrelson from the front side, Ahmad Brooks from the backside. Now watch Justin up inside. 94 is going to reach out and swat it out right here. Oh no, it looked like Jason Campbell just lost it before Justin got to him. Good pressure across the board for the 49ers.
Jason Campbell is down. Campbell had that tumultuous first year in Oakland, but now he's the undisputed starter. Last year he was benched after halftime in week 2 against St. Louis in favor of Bruce Gradkowski. Then injuries to Gradkowski gave Campbell a chance to redeem himself, and he really did. And this is the last thing that the Raiders wanted to see.
Hard to tell what happened. Anytime guys are squeezing their fists like that, it's typically something with the neck or the shoulder or a pinched nerve. But who knows? He came down hard.
Did that last hit, it looked like that last hit by Brooks might have banged him up a little bit. Now the good thing, Tim, for the Raiders is that they have some nice depth, as Trent Edwards will now come in at quarterback. But of course there's Kyle Bowler. Interesting thing, I call it the little battle of the Stanford and Cal, and Edwards and Bowler fighting for that backup job. But now Edwards, who came in as the 3rd quarterback last year against Arizona, he's the 2nd quarterback tonight behind Campbell. 2nd down, loss of 3, so it's 2nd down and 13. Edwards throwing on his first appearance, and he's got Bush. And Bush inside the 40 to the 38, just shy of a first down. Patrick Willis makes the stop for the 49er.
Thing you like about Trent Edwards and Kyle Bowler is they both have starting experience and have started a lot of games in pro football. Always a bonus in terms of your quarterback depth.
So we've hit the 2-minute warning here at the Battle of the Bay, and the 49ers are leading the Oakland Raiders. Welcome back, everybody. Jason Campbell knocked out of the football game for the Raiders. We haven't had any update on an injury. So Trent Edwards is now at quarterback for the Raiders. 5th year out of Stanford, grew up in Los Gatos, 6'4", 230. Former 3rd-round pick of the Buffalo Bills. 3rd down and 1 for the Raiders. Ball at the 38-yard line, and Edwards pushes forward and gets the first down. Edwards has started in parts of all 4 seasons in the league. Last week against Arizona, 10 of 19, 140 yards, a touchdown, no interception.
His problem is he just hasn't been able to stay healthy for any long periods of time.
Edwards to throw, and it's complete. Inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line. Derek Hagan making the reception for the Raiders. Patrick Willis forced him out of bounds. So you're getting a look at some new Raiders. 5th-year receiver out of Arizona State. Played with Miami and the New York Giants. He had one reception for 42 yards last week.
That's twice we've seen the flat wide open. And I'm not sure if Patrick Willis has got to buzz out there quicker to the flat, but they're clearly running off that corner who's got deep third coverage. Just taking the easy one out at the flat.
The Raiders only have 1 timeout, Tim, so they're going to have to watch the clock. That's a first down. Niners come on the blitz, and it's incomplete. Nick Miller was the intended receiver. Tremaine Brock, and then Deshaun Goldson was coming over there looking like a headhunter.
Yeah, Trent Edwards tried to thread the needle right there to Nick Miller. You're right, Deshaun Goldson did look like he was ready to rip somebody in half.
Nick Miller is going to really have to show something for the Raiders in the remaining preseason games right now. The team spot caught punt returner on the depth chart, but Denarius Moore, the guy they call Wow, because he's doing every time he does something in camp, the Raider coaches say wow. So Nick Miller, I think this is a big game.
There's Denarius Moore right there.
And the quick pass, and it is complete. Raiders tied in. Ross makes his first reception. Nice job, open field tackle. Burrell Brown came up there and made it. The clock continues to move. We're approaching 1 minute. Edwards throws, and that one was a little high. Hagan again, the intended receiver. Tremaine Brock there on the coverage, but the pass was just overthrown.
Illegal use of the hands to the face. Number 6, the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Let's check out our Toyota Red Zone stats. And there they are, the Niner defense in 2010. 26 touchdowns and 42 possessions. That was 8th in the NFL.
I think part of that, Dennis, is they're so darn good at playing the run with only 7 guys down in the running box, which means they can keep their 4-shell coverage. It's a big advantage down in the red zone defensively when your backs are against the wall.
First down and 20 as that sets them back to about the 22-yard line. Edwards, a good pass protection, I think, for the Raiders O-line today. And Edwards going to take it down and get it inside the 20 to the 18. Brown makes the stop and get another flag.
Yeah, and that's going to be on Belda here on a hold on Justin Smith.
Holding, number 66, offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
There's Justin. He ends up getting held. No, they called it twice. They called it on 66. You see there's holding all over the place on that offensive line. Carlisle and Belda here both held. Carlisle's the one that got called for it. Good call by Bill Levy.
148 yards and penalties for a team. Single season record 1,276 penalty yards, 148 penalties. That led the league in both categories for the Raiders. So they are now backed up to the 32-yard line.
These guys are licking their chops here now.
Edwards just throws it down.
Number 29 was in the area, no intentional grounding.
Bush was sent down to the turf by the 49er defense. Smart play by Edwards just to get rid of it.
Good vision by seeing that Ahmad Brooks took the inside gap charge on the pass rush, and that's what allowed Trent Edwards just to get outside. Once you're out of the pocket, of course, you can throw it away.
So 47 seconds left. Ball at the 32-yard line. Second down and 30 for the Raiders.
Timeout San Francisco. That's their second charge. Timeout, 32nd timeout.
The Niners use another timeout. They're down to 1 with 47 seconds. That's a one thing if you're a Raider fan you continually get frustrated at. The league average, Tim, was 96.9 penalties, and the Raiders had 148.
kind of the Raider way, isn't it?
It definitely is the Raider way. It's an image.
And I know Hugh Jackson. I've known him for 25 years, and I know his mentality with this Raider team. They want to bully people this year. I promise you. They want to push people around. Now, it's not happening today, and I know that offensive line is going to be a question mark, but when you look at their front seven on defense, how physical they are, they got a lot of young talent up front on that offensive line. Hugh is certainly going to want to have a physical advantage over the opponent when the football's real in the regular season.
And that is the Raiders starting lineup remains in the game. Samson Satelli, the starting center. They thought he was going to get challenged by Stefan Wisniewski, but it's been a strong camp for Satelli. Good pass protection. And that one is intercepted. He threw it into two red jerseys. Well, Terrell Brown with the pickoff of the 49ers, and Edwards just threw that into double coverage.
Yeah, it was a terrible throw by Trent Edwards. It's 4 deep. They got 4 deep defenders. And Trent Edwards unloads this. Watch the 2 red jerseys. Ball underthrown. Terrell Brown comes up with the interception. It's time for Terrell Brown to make it happen now. Got a new contract, I believe, last year. They've been counting on this guy to really make a move, and I think when you look at this defense and how they're going to use him, probably a guy that lines up in the nickel, he needs to have a big year.
So you're looking at Colin Kaepernick now with 39 seconds left to go in the first half. The 49ers leading the Raiders 3-0. I think the score is a little deceiving because there's been a lot of first half offense, but both teams have struggled in the red zone. Kaepernick hands it off. Dixon, the ball carrier, gets across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Harold Blackstock makes the tackle for the Raiders, and the clock will continue to run now, approaching the 20-second mark.
Loving the vision by these running backs. How many times have we seen the ball designed to go one way, the hole is clogged up with defenders, they see an opening, stick their foot in the ground, and get positive yards out of it.
Yeah, you're right. Dixon and Kendall Hunter have done a fantastic job in the 49er offensive backfield. And that will bring to an end. As I said, I think the score is a little deceiving.
This is the end of the first half.
As the 49ers lead 3-0. Let's go down to Kim Coyle.
All right, thanks, Dennis. Coach, how pleased were you with the offense's pass protection and the ability to pick up the blitz in that first half?
I was very pleased with both of our first units. I thought they played very crisp, both offensively and defense. Had some really good drives, and we had a few penalties that cost us points, but overall, very, very pleased with how crisp it was.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
All right, Kim, thanks a lot. Yeah, much improved performance by the 49ers over New Orleans, what we saw last week. We got the score at the half, 3-0. The 49ers leading the Raiders. Stick around. When we come back, Kim Coyle will be on the field taking you behind the scenes. Everyone to the Battle of the Bay. 49ers leading the Raiders 3-0. Set to go in the second half. I want to take you back, Tim. You're going to be surprised that this 1991 was the year. Jim Harbaugh told us in a meeting he didn't have good memories of what took place. And there's a reason. The 49ers annihilated your Chicago Bears. You were on this team.
Yeah, it was terrible. Now, we were going to the playoffs. They weren't, and they just absolutely crushed us in this game. 52 points they put up. It was a long ride home.
Mike Ditka, he had some words with Jim Harbaugh at one point, but that was and Jim told us the other day, I do not have fond memories of this place, of Candlestick Park, and that was one of the reasons why.
I don't think the Bears have fond memories in general of the San Francisco 49ers when you talk about that game. And how about that game in the late 80s, the playoff game in the supposed fair weather, and they came in and 49ers came in and just waxed us.
Yeah, it was at that football game. The 49ers went on to win the Super Bowl, and that was frigid. That was a frozen tundra of Soldier Field.
No doubt. Dirt painted green, Dennis. Ice.
There you go. McMiller is going to take the ball out. McMiller gets across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Spillman makes the tackle for the 49ers, along with Blake Costanzo, the new special teams supreme for the 49ers, and the Raiders trailing 3-0.
According eligible, 69.
We'll bring in Kyle Bowler at quarterback.
And the 49ers have made wholesale changes on defense. Got the number 2s out here to start the second half.
Boy, going to pass on first down, and Hagan has the football across the 30. Terrell Brown pushes him out of bounds. So Kyle Bowler in his 8th year, the Cal former first-round pick of the Ravens back in 2003.
And he's got this offense wired now. He's got a history with Hugh Jackson. Always been a bright guy. Thing with Kyle now, everything underneath is a fastball with the rocket arm.
Picked up 8 yards, 2nd down and 2. Well, there's a lot of experience at that position. And Cartwright with his first carry for the Raiders. He gets the first down to the 35-yard line. Bowler's best year, a little something going on in the after the tackle, but his best year was 2004 when he started all 16 games, threw for 2,559 yards, 13 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. DeMarcus Dobbs, who we profiled before the football game, good story for the 49ers, working his way up the depth chart at defensive end. Last week he was 3, now he's 2. Bowler trying to tell Cartwright what the play is. And Bowler's going to run. And he gets to the 40-yard line, so he turns nothing into a gain of about 5 yards.
You mentioned DeMarcus Dobbs. He was outstanding in that football game last week against the New Orleans Saints. Certainly one of the bright spots for the second and third unit on defense. And he's just a big athlete now. When you look at his size, 6'6", 280 pounds, I suspect he's a little heavier than that. But the kind of guy you look for in terms of a body type in this 3-4 defense. Long, can two-gap, and very, very good at playing the run.
Gain of 1 yard, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Well, I spoke with DeMarcus Dobbs this week, Tim, and I said, did your parents see the game last week? And he said, well, my dad's, I want to call his adopted father, but the family really took him in and helped raise him and get him into football. And I said, did Mr. Britt watch the game? Because Willie is actually coaching a game, but the whole family came and watched it the next morning.
That's great.
Yeah, good, really good story. 3rd down and 5. And the completion to Nick Miller. Tremaine Brock on the coverage, but that is a first down for the Raiders. Got a flag.
Holding, number 25, offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down.
So that's Cartwright called for the infraction, holding the 10-year vet.
Yeah, Keaton Christic on the blitz. Little arm over. Well, you see the arm strength of Kyle Bowler now. I was talking about earlier with all that underneath stuff with a fastball, he can hum it.
Why has he struggled, Tim, do you think?
Well, he's got all the skill sets, no question about it. I just think Brian Billick and the guys in Baltimore eventually gave up on him, and ever since then, he just really has not had a legitimate shot to go in and be a starter anywhere. He's a heck of a golfer, I know that. Saw him up in Tahoe at the celebrity tournament.
You guys need to get together then, Mr. Single-digit handicap, almost scratch. I know Bowler is that good. The 3rd down and 15 now. Dobb trying to put on the pressure. Alden Smith, and now good coverage by the 49ers secondary. Spillman comes up and makes the tackle, forcing a pump, but that really a good job by the Niner defensive secondary.
There was just nowhere for Kyle Bowler to go with the football. They rush 3 and drop 8. You got 8 guys in coverage, and you can see Kyle Bowler. He's surveying the field. He's got nowhere to go. Now watch the break by C.J. Spillman. The 49ers are flying around now back in that secondary. You watch all those guys driving up on the football, whether it's a pass or they're driving up to get in on a tackle. Those legs look like they got some pop in them for the back end of the 49ers.
Phillip Adams says get away from the football, and the Raiders will have the ball at the 30, or the 49ers will have the ball at the 34.
Has that. I think he's displayed it already.
Colin Kaepernick at quarterback, and Alex has really tutored him along, which really hasn't happened in recent history. I don't think Joe ever helped Steve, and I don't think Steve ever helped Jeff Garcia, but Smith's helping Colin Kaepernick along. And it's Kyle Williams with the reception and a first down, moving the chains at the 46-yard line.
Well, you love that from young Colin Kaepernick. He did not play a lot under center at Nevada Reno, hardly at all. And right there just takes the snap and watches footwork, sticks that back foot in the ground, one hitch, low and outside in terms of the throw, perfect to Kyle Williams. That's when you see that Colin Kaepernick can get it going, when he knows exactly what he's doing and everything's on time, his skill sets show up.
Yeah, the couple mistakes he made last week, Tim, the interceptions. He was 9 of 19, 117 yards and 2 picks. And look at the hole for Kendall Hunter. Look out. He can go. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to beat him. Touchdown, 49ers. $53 yards. You want to make an impression? He just did.
Dennis, a few guys making an impression. What a great run by Kendall Hunter, but maybe a better block by Daniel Kilgore up front. Love it. Love it. Watch 67 and the block that he's going to get right here. Creates that crease. The front side was able to get some push, and then obviously Kendall Hunter cutting back against the grain, and nobody's going to catch him. Very, very well blocked up front.
Andy Lee is holding for David Akers to attempt a point after on the 53-yard touchdown run by the 49ers. 4th round pick out of Oklahoma State, who comes up huge. And look at the man to greet him right there. Anthony Dixon there, but competing for a backup spot. 10:29 left to go in the third quarter. The 49ers.
Dennis, watch all three guys, not just Kilgore. Rogge with a great block. Goodwin's going to get to the backer. Kilgore is able to hook the nose. Watch this hole for Kendall Hunter. Are you kidding me? Bang. Now he's going to cut back across the face of the safety, and nobody's catching him. Mike Solari will be stoked when they put on the film and he watches both guards in the center blocking on that play. Perfect execution.
Hunter 5 carries, 79 yards, and the touchdown. That's a nice 15.8 average, and Denarius Moore is going to take it out. The wow factor across the 20 to the 30. He had a big return last week that was called back, and this one will not be. He's out at the 45-yard line, and the Raider rookie continues to amaze. Raiders have the... Welcome back, where the 49ers lead the Raiders 10-0 at Candlestick. Dennis O'Donnell with Tim Ryan and Kim Coyle. The 1st and 10 line tonight, presented in part by Nissan's Bottom Line Sales Event. Tremendous selection, great offers, bottom line savings. Visit Nissan.com or a local dealer. 10:22 left to go in the third quarter after the huge return of 45 yards by Denarius Moore. Remember, he took it 6 yards deep. And a pump fake, and it's Cartwright. And Cartwright escaped the initial hit there by Chukwuafu, and then turned no gain into a couple. And Cartwright, 10 years in the league. A couple years ago, due to injuries, he carried 64 times for 228 yards and 27 receptions for 242. But last year, just 9 carries for 22 yards, and that's what a healthy Darren McFadden will do for your career.
Rock Cartwright is a great special teams player. He was a special teams captain, Dennis, with the Washington Redskins.
Picks up 4 yards, 2nd down and 6. They're on the blitz, and a good release. Nice job getting rid of the football. G. Williams was covering David Osbury, and Osbury had a huge game for the Raiders last week, the tight end.
Oh, he can run now, the USC product. Kyle Bowler just got rocked. Watch the pressure. Bulky's going to come up inside. And that's a good job by Bulky, lowering his aiming point, knowing in the pro game you cannot go helmet to helmet. That ball should have been caught on the quarterback. Bulky able to lower his strike zone and gets a nice hit.
Nice job by Bowler. Osbury hasn't made very many mistakes, and that drop cost the Raiders a first down. Reading 3rd down and 6. Potterford was the man in motion. Again, the Niners bring the pressure, and he throws, and it is incomplete. Good coverage that time. Terrell Brown over there with Grant. He was looking for Nick Miller, and it'll bring up 4th down. Nice job, Niners bringing the pressure on Kyle Bowler.
And Aldon Smith gets a nice job getting a hit on the quarterback. Keaton Christic comes up inside. You're going to see the pressure here, but watch Aldon Smith work to the inside. Here comes Christic. Now the back's going to eat him up. Look at Aldon. work over that left tackle with the arm over to the inside and gets a nice hit on the quarterback.
Pakulak will make his first punt for the departed Shane Leckler. And ball, fair catch at the 11-yard line by Phillip Adams, and for the 49ers will have the ball after a 41-yard punt.
Welcome back, 10-0 Niners in the third quarter. The Niners' first win last year came against the Raiders in Week 6. Alex Smith threw 2 second-half touchdowns, and Frank Gore rushed for a season-high 149 yards. And the defense held the Raiders below 200 yards. It was their third straight win in the regular season Battle of the Bay. Back to you, Dennis.
Yeah, Kim, I think the Raiders were stunned. I mean, the Niner defense completely shut down Jason Campbell. Here's Hunter. And this time, Hunter not as much doing. Travis Gaethol makes the tackle for the Raiders. But this is a lot more of what Jim Harbaugh had in mind with the 49ers leading the Raiders 10-0. I think the Niner defense was stout last week. It was the offense unable to move the ball. And even 10-0, I think, is still deceiving.
Yeah, there was certainly some missed opportunities, but he's got to be happy with the execution for the most part. Not a lot of mental errors in this game, Dennis. You certainly couldn't say that last week.
Yeah, good execution. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. Kaepernick, good time, good pass protection, and he throws. And it's Conrad Ruland with his first reception of the night. Gets the ball to the 27-yard line and a first down.
You want to see an outstanding blitz pickup. I mean, it's a good throw, it's a good catch, but here's what makes it happen. Watch Kendall Hunter, number 32, chop down. Bang! Look at him flip, cartwheel, the blitzer.
That's Giordano trying
awesome.
to bring the pressure.
That's
a nice
awesome.
pickup.
And those are some of the things Kendall Hunter can do now. He is a good pass protector. I know he struggled a little bit early on in camp, but if that guy knows who he's blocking physically, he does not have any problem executing the protection.
Lance Long and Williams are the receivers now for the 49ers. It's Hunter again, and Hunter bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Well, there he is.
Look at those numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, that is prolific. Not a lot of guys have done that. First team All-American. He was at the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. And I was surprised, Dennis, I promise you, that he lasted until the 4th round.
Do you think it's the size that scared?
I think that's part of it. But those numbers, how can you argue with them?
Well, you're right. Look at some of the smaller players who succeeded. Darren Sproles, of course, Dave Maggott was one, and tremendous weapons.
These guys are always working from a position of leverage. Low man wins in football.
Kaepernick throws, and Kyle Williams was there, but it was flushed out.
Out of the pocket, the ball went beyond the line of scrimmage. No intentional grabbing.
You can just see Colin's skills. Kaepernick, they're effortless. I mean, the guy threw for over 10,000 yards in college. He ran for over 4,000 yards in college. I think he's the only player, I'm pretty sure he's the only player ever to do that in NC2A history. And you can see when he makes it look effortless. Blackstock had a beat on him. He tucked the ball down, was able to elude him and get rid of the ball. Highly skilled in terms of his athleticism.
Okay, he's at 3rd down and 8 now. Niners with 3 receivers. Kaepernick throws, and nice defense. He was looking for Long. Long wants a flag. Nobody's going to give it to him. That was Moore. Sterling Moore came a nice job over the top of Long to knock that ball away.
Well, I'd love to see if there was contact on this, because it certainly looked like pass interference from up here. Here's the break. He's going to drive on the ball. Let's see if he comes over the top. No, that's PI. That's a missed call. That's an easy pass interference call that was missed by the field judge.
So David Akers is doing the punting because obviously Andy Lee was hurt. That's not bad. And they're clearing the way there. And the punt goes, well, down by the 49ers inside the 30-yard line. 54-yard kick. Punt
Look at
by
Akers.
The kicker.
Love.
Welcome back after that 54-yard punt by David Akers. And Jim Harbaugh comes from a football family. Here's the best advice that his dad has ever given him.
Best piece of advice he's ever given me, which he gives me in terms of taking on this endeavor, is to attack each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
Yes.
Did they stop that about halfway through and fill him up with a big coffee? Love it. His brother John, of course, an outstanding coach with the Baltimore Ravens.
And his dad was a heck of a football coach as well. Bowler, look out. Pressure from the backside from Smith, and he completed it. Bodiford, Gulliver there on the tackle, but he completes it for a pickup of about 8 yards. Bodiford with his first reception. Took him 3 years before he finally got his first pass last year with Green Bay. One reception, 13 yards for his career. He's now in his 4th season. Pick up 9. It'll be second down to 1. Bennett, the ball carrier, and he gets the first down for the Raiders. And Hugh Williams makes the tackle. 6:18 and the clock moving in the third quarter.
Watch Mediu come from over here. You're going to see him just flash in. Late rotation up into the box. Guys at the line of scrimmage, the defensive line got pushed back. Otherwise, Mediu Williams gets a tackle in the backfield and a tackle for loss.
Niner free safety signed a 1-year contract. Second-round pick of the Bengals in 2004. Bowler drop back to pass, and he completes it. Boy, a nice job that time. Complete to Hagan. Gulliver on the coverage for the 49ers, but another first down for the Raiders. Pick up 14 yards.
You can just see now when Kyle Bowler underneath throws, gets rid of it, that thing's got some heat on it now.
Ball at the 48-yard line. First down for the Raiders now in 49er territory. And it's Bennett. And Bennett trying to get to the outside. He does. Smith misses the tackle, and he gets inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tremaine Brock finally forces him out of bounds, but getting a look at Bennett. Led the Raiders in the preseason opener with 9 carries for 40 yards. He is 9 years removed from that monster season in Minnesota when he ran for 1,296 yards. He has not cracked the 500 plateau since. Part of that is because of injuries, but a lot of experience there in the Raider backfield. First down for Oakland, ball at the 39-yard line. And this time they give it to the fullback. Manasi Tonga with his first carry for the Raiders.
Now this backup offensive line for the Raiders now, they're winning the battle at the line of scrimmage against the 49ers second group up front.
Tonga, who just carried the ball, is an Aragon High School product out of San Mateo. Signed with the Raiders as an unrestricted free agent out of BYU. And they spent 2010 on the practice squad. So the Raiders locally are very well represented. Bowler from Cal, of course Edwards from Stanford, and I think he's lost out his product too. That'll bring up third down and 1. .442 left to go in the third quarter. The Raiders have been shut out. The 49er defense has been very stout to this point. Oakland 1 for 5 on third down conversions. They've got one here. Tonga comes back in the backfield along with Bennett. And it's Bennett. And Bennett hit and thrown for a loss. Excellent penetration by the 49ers. And it'll bring up fourth down. He lost a couple yards.
What a play by Larry Grant. You talk about seeing it, keying it, then diagnosing what it was, and then going to finish downhill for number 54. He's going to look at it, see it. Now watch him just fly in there and meet the running back in the backfield. Unblocked, bang. Wraps up, keeps his feet going, hangs onto a leg and waits for some help.
And he's having a heck of a camp too, Tim. Playing bigger now, playing with more confidence. He began his career with the 49ers in 2008. So, fourth down, 2 yards to go for the Raiders. They're going to go for it. Second time they've gone for it on fourth down. Didn't make it the first time. The pass is intercepted. Hugh Williams has the ball for the 49ers. They'll mark him down inside the 40. They were looking for Tonga.
What a great play.
The defender is ruled down by contact. First down, San Francisco.
I think Mizzou was so happy he was just going to keep running.
What a great play by Mediu Williams now. On Tonga and man coverage. Kyle Bowler trying to throw it over the top. Watch to the left of your screen.
3:34 on the
That
game
is a
clock.
great catch by Mediu Williams.
Yeah, I think he would have run all the way to Oakland if he could.
Thank you.
Up in the air, falling backwards. Jimmy Harbaugh's got to be excited. Pick number 2 on the day for this 49er defense.
2 turnovers for each team. Niners now have the football. Just inside the 40. Long, the receiver in motion for San Francisco. Kaepernick remains at quarterback.
Oh.
And it's Hunter. Nice move across midfield into Raider territory. And very close, and he picked up a first down. Cardano finally makes a stop for the Raiders. A little help from his friends.
Look at all this blocking over here. How much better does this offensive line look this week versus last week? Tony Raggi just getting out there hitting people. Bruce Miller hitting people. You gotta love it.
Yeah, Bruce Miller was banged up a little bit in camp, but nice block there. So the clock now under 3 minutes to go in the third. First down for the 49ers, ball at the 49-yard line. Miller and Hunter in the backfield behind Kaepernick. Under pressure, and down he goes. So Desmond Bryant had a pretty easy path to the quarterback that time and throws Colin Kaepernick for a loss. Third-year defensive tackle out of Harvard.
Yeah, he's going to go right by Jonathan Goodwin right here. Goodwin tries to reach out and hold him and hang on. It doesn't work. Did you see him reach and grab Bryant from behind? The old veteran move. Yeah, I'm beat. You're not going to kill my quarterback. Desmond Bryant ran right through it for the sack.
Ivy Leaguer sends the 49ers back to the 41-yard line. And it's Hunter. Hunter's going to have a big hole again. They're just parting the sea. There's Moses down there, down to the 46-yard line. Josh Bullocks makes the tackle for the Raiders, but what a game for the 49er rookie running back out of Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they are running roughshod. Watch 49's block. Bang. Look at him be able to sift and adjust. For a guy now that never played offensive football, and Bruce Miller, who was always a defensive guy at Central Florida, to be able to, Dennis, that play is not designed to go there. For him to be able to sift and block the right guy, the penetrating defensive lineman, that is big-time stuff.
So, third down. 49ers are 4 for 8 on third down conversions. They have 8 yards to go here. And
timeout San Francisco. That's their first charge timeout, 32nd timeout.
so with 1:34 left to go, 49ers have a third down situation, third down and 8. They lead the Raiders 10-0 here in the Battle of the Bay, which has turned out to be quite a competitive football game and a good one for the 49ers. Time for our Bud Light trivia question of the game. I got this one last week.
All right, here we go again.
Rod Woodson ranks third all-time with 71 interceptions. Name the top 2. You know that one?
I have no idea.
Well, I say Green all those years in Washington. I think he played 35 years. He's got to be in the top. He's got to be in the top 2. Okay, here we go. Third down and 8. Here they come on the blitz. Look out. Kaepernick gets away from 1 and 2, but he won't get away from a third. Jarvis Moss was the third man to bring him down, but good mobility, I thought, for Kaepernick to evade the first 2 pass rushers, but the blitz effectively brought him down.
And he needs some help from receivers there. I mean, the receivers got to break their routes off and spin their head and be ready for it. Colin Kaepernick, I mean, they come off the edge unblocked. And again, that effortless athleticism, you saw him be able to dip under the 2 defenders, but he needs some help from his wideouts in terms of the recognition and the hot route.
David Akers is blocked. There's a flag, but the Niners field goal kicker had the punt blocked as they came in untouched. And we'll see what the flag is, but boy, that's a little worrisome.
Illegal formation on the kicking team. There was only 6 men on the line of scrimmage. The 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down, Oakland.
Well, you've already had Andy Lee knocked out of the game.
It's all coming from over here. Unblocked.
Yeah, Steve Goulet, nobody touched.
Yeah, that wasn't even, I mean,
Goulet.
he actually had to hold up so he didn't run past David Akers.
Yeah, the rookie free agent, he's a wide receiver, but on special teams trying to earn a spot out of Ohio University. So with 1:02 left again, but that, again, Andy Lee's out, and that was worrisome to see the kicker get blocked on the punt. Bowler to Cartwright. Cartwright across midfield. Madu Williams made the tackle after a pickup of 5.
And Brad Seeley, the special teams coach, he'll have his hands full now and getting all the young guys on the same page in terms of the special teams. You know, typically they have the whole offseason to work with the guys, you know, the mini camps, the OTAs, and coaching those guys up. And typically it's going to be a lot of young guys on the special teams. So Brad Seeley will have his hands full. Yeah,
he gained 7, so it was 2nd down and 3, and Cartwright pulls ahead. And I think with that second effort, he picks up the first down. Volke had the initial hit, but he was able to push forward first down yard. Christic also in there. So that brings an end to the third quarter.
This is the end of the third quarter.
Well, the Raiders have been knocking on the door a couple of times now. They will have a first down inside the 45-yard line, and the 49ers lead the Raiders in the Battle of the Bay 10-0.
The legendary performance presented by Jack in the Box.
In the 49ers championship, history was written 30 seasons ago. Joe Montana led the 49ers to a 20-point halftime lead against the Bengals in Super Bowl 16. Cincinnati mounts a comeback only to be denied. Dan Puns, one of the greatest goal line stands in Niners history. Bill Walsh's dynasty born, and they won that game 26-21. And remember Archie Reese raising his arms as they turned back the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Privileged growing up around here in the 80s with the 49ers, really.
That makes 2 of us. That was real spoiled at that time, the decade, and the team of the 80s. 2nd down and 10. Raiders trying to get on the board. The 49ers have shut them out up to this point. Bowler on the screen, sets up pretty well. Cartwright with the football, and Cartwright gets down to the 30-yard line. And a first down for the Raiders. Larry Grant makes the tackle for the 49ers, but a first down pickup of 14 yards.
Just run everybody off in zone and then watch Rock Cartwright get out. Where's the linebacker? Keaton Christic had his back turned to him, then tries to turn and get back in on the play. That was just really well executed by the Raiders.
Ball at the 29-yard line. Rutherford, the receiver in motion, the quick slant to him, and he picks up a couple of yards. Pretty good job defensively, Jermaine Brock, for the 49ers. Take a look at the trivia answer. I was guessing Darryl Green.
If it's Darryl Green, I'm going to sock you.
Okay, well, here's I'm wrong. You know,
good. Good.
Thank God I'm wrong. There they are, 81 receptions. Paul Krause, huh? Bud Light trivia. I was way off on that one. He was 1 year older by the time that mark was made.
Timeout Oakland. That's their first charge. Timeout.
So with 13:04 left to go, the Raiders trying to get on the scoreboard. They trail San Francisco 10-0. Not much doing. Good job pursuit by the Raiders as Lewis Rankin makes his first carry for the Raiders.
And I think the thing with Jimmy and playing with him, and I know he's a little coy with the media, but he has always been a guy as a player. He wore his emotions on his sleeve. You saw him there getting a little heated exchange with Mike Ditka. And I know he's that way with these players, Dennis. He's honest. He's transparent. What you see is what you get with his players, and I know to a man the guys appreciate that.
3rd down and 9. Niners bringing everybody. Bowler that picked it up well, and he had an open receiver. Bodiford was there. Jermaine Brock was over there on the coverage, but the Raider O-line did a good job picking up the blitz, but Bowler unable to make the completion, and will bring up 4th down.
No question. Once the running backs picking up Keaton Christick right there. Boy, they've sent 57 Christick quite a bit in this game.
They have, and Bowler really had a lane there to take off. He elected to pass it incomplete, and Seabass, who hit a 57-yarder from the dirt last week, is good. So the Raiders are on the board with 12:18 left to go in the football game. What do you think so far of this year's 49ers and Raiders teams? Got a question or comment for our broadcast team? We may use your comments during the game or in the Toyota 5th quarter. Go to CBSSF.com to post your message. We'll be here all night. Tell you what, Janikowski, just incredible for the Raiders. What a weapon. I mean, both he and Shane Leckler. Alvin Smith was the first one to touch the football, and Dixon was one who ends up with it at the 22-yard line. So we got 12-11 left to go in the Battle of the Bay. Niners have a 7-point lead.
Innovative move of the game, presented by Nissan.
This is pretty innovative. Braylon Edwards making the catch, but I haven't seen that since there was another 81 in these parts, T.O.
Very good throw and a great catch, Dennis, will beat good coverage about every time.
That's what the Niners need. They need somebody with that capability, that kind of strength, somebody to stretch the field like that. Kaepernick would throw, and it is complete. Long makes the reception, but they were talking about Braylon Edwards and what he brings to this offense in the meeting with Greg Roman the other day, saying, you know, he may present double coverage, which takes one of the defenders, another guy he doesn't have to worry about.
No question. And when they get Michael Crabtree back, watch what it does for Josh Morgan and allowing Josh Morgan to get in the slot and really be a factor.
4-yard gain, 2nd down. Xavier Oman.
And when you talk about a split-end receiver like Braylon Edwards with his skill sets, the more, Dennis, it opens up on the perimeter and you start pulling that safety off the hash, now you got to start thinking about the slot receiver. You got to start thinking about the tight end. You got to start thinking about the vertical routes down the middle of the field. That if Braylon is that weapon that I expect him to be, you're going to see those other guys really benefit from it.
Yeah. When he had his first news conference, Tim, he said, I'm not here. I'm here to be the player. I'm here to make an impact. Rulin. Conrad Rulin, the Stanford man, picks up the 1st down for the 49ers, just shy of the 40-yard line at about the 48. Josh Bullocks makes the tackle for the 49ers.
Yeah, I think it was Bruce Miller again.
Yeah, it was Bruce Miller. Excuse me.
That's all right. Right from the fullback position, and another very good throw. Flat into the outside for a quarterback throwing that out route. Boy, that Bruce Miller's impressive for a guy that always played defense in college.
Well, you've seen him make a couple great blocks tonight. Xavier Oman, a nice cutback. And Oman gets to the 45-yard line. Corcoran and Raggi with a couple of nice blocks for the 49er running back. Last week, nice job, 4.8 average.
Dennis, there's been a lot of good stuff in this game, certainly. But I would think that probably most impressed with the offensive line, both the ones and the twos. Even got a couple of threes out there. Blitz pickup and just dominating the point of attack in the run game. Very impressive tonight.
Rulin, the tight end in motion, and Oman got away from one man, and Oman really turned a loss into a gain Defensively, Jamie Cumbie got him in the backfield. Blacksock eventually makes the tackle. It'll just shy of midfield.
And I think when you talk about offensive line play, it's such a collective group. I mean, guys have to play together. That takes reps. That takes practice time. So really no surprise that they've logged another 6, 7, 8 practices under their belt, that collectively they're coming together and playing better.
Yeah, look at that number, 193 to 51.
Timeout San Francisco. That's the second charge timeout.
So we got 9:22 left to go in the football game. The Niners holding on to a 10-3 lead. Call 415-GO-49ers or visit 49ers.com for season ticket packages that include the September 11th home opener against the Seahawks, the September 18th showdown with the Cowboys, and the regular season home finale on Monday night, December 19th versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. First down and 10 for the 49ers. Ball just shy of the 50-yard line. Kaepernick completes, and it's left long, and he's not going to get much. Hit immediately by Joe Porter. No gain.
Tell you what you're loving here is Colin Kaepernick under center. And we have seen a heavy dose, Dennis, of him under center in this football game, really since he's gotten in. Regular personnel, when I say that, 2 running backs and a tight end, just your basic, pro formation, pro set, and he's done a nice job functioning, as you see there, pulling out from under center in this game.
Well, Corcoran and Xavier Omon in the backfield for the 49ers. Game again at 1, second down and 9. Omon takes it to the Raider 45-yard line, and he was stopped by Chris Francis. Well, this is at Reno, where Kaepernick really ran the show, and you rarely saw under center. Did it with his arms, did it with his legs, threw for 10,000, ran for 4,000 more. And let me ask you, Tim, do you think that's the part you might see the 49er put plays in for him? The Wildcat, would that be a way to incorporate him into the offense?
I don't know if it'll be Wildcat stuff, but there's certainly going to be a package or 2 for Colin Kaepernick. The Wildcat is effective when you got a guy that can throw the football. Otherwise, it's just not effective. Now, I don't know how much you'd really want to be running him in terms of the investment. You don't want a steady dose of Colin Kaepernick running the football in this league. He's high cut. Guys are just too fast and too aggressive defensively when they get their hands on it.
Third down and 3. Raiders bring the blitz. They pick it up, and he throws, and it's complete. Oh, nice job by Williams. Make that catch at the 30-yard line. There's a flag. But Kyle Williams, nice game last week, and this week able to make another nice impression.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, number 35 defense. Penalty is declined. First down, San Francisco.
Chimdi Chekwa.
Nice job here by Kyle Williams. Lance Long.
Surprised they didn't call that.
Yeah, that was interesting with the ball in the air. Nice job there by Kyle Williams. Played a nice game last week as well.
First down. Omar. The ball carrier, another nice move. Oh, he almost broke that one. Got down to the 25-yard line. Bruce Davis might have saved a touchdown on that. That was a nice play.
Seen a lot more zone running in this game than we've seen out of the 49ers in a long time. And when I say zone running, that means everybody off on a track. You got no guys pulling, no guys blocking down, no guys pulling around, and it really gives the running back a 2-way go in terms of his vision point. Seen a lot of cutbacks on the inside zone play in this football game.
Yeah, by all 3 running backs for the 49ers tonight. Picks up 6 yards, second down and 4. Omar behind Rogge that time. He gets near the first down. He needed to get to the 21-yard line, and he's going to be close. Sam Williams made the stop for the Raiders. Harbaugh's got so much depth now, I think, on the offensive line. We saw Rogge right there, and Alex Boone is really showing signs of progress at both tackle spots, left, right.
And probably going to have to end up keeping 10 guys on the active roster. Doesn't mean guys are active on game day, but on the roster, because they have so much depth and good players, they may end up keeping 10.
Oman gets the first down. He needed less than a yard. He got more than that, obviously, inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. Jamie Cumbie makes the tackle for the Raiders. So the Niners, a nice long drive here. They lead 10-3, and now we're under 6 minutes. Clock ticking away in the fourth quarter.
They have dominated this game at the line of scrimmage. I mean, there's no other way to sugarcoat it. The time of possession, tremendous favor in favor of the San Francisco 49ers, which means with all that time of possession advantage, they've gotten a lot more opportunities just in the sheer number, the volume of plays.
Now inside the Toyota red zone, Oman gets a couple of yards. Darrell Blackstock makes the tackle for the Raiders. This is probably the 1 point of improvement where Harbaugh would like to see. He is in the red zone. The 49ers do have a touchdown, but that was Kendall Hunter, not inside the red zone. The 49ers have struggled a little bit. Well, mightily, I should say. They have the field goal, but they should have more points on the board. We still got a football game, 7-point lead, approaching the 5-minute mark. Williams to the Rulin, the receivers at the top of your screen. Now Rulin comes in motion. And it's Oman. Oman gets a nice lead block there by Corcoran and then picks up a couple of yards before he's brought down by Giordano.
Good block by Corcoran, good block by Kilgore. Watch 67 here. He's going to get off on the defensive tackle and then watch him sip to the backer and then chop down the linebacker. Watch this. Bang! Boy, he's impressive. He is impressive. Those young offensive linemen for this 49er team. 5th-round pick out of Appalachian State.
The Niners moved up in the draft to get him in the 5th round. 3rd down. Niners doing a good job on 3rd down conversions. Oman pushing forward, and I think he got the first down at the 5-yard line. Josh Bullocks makes the tackle for the Raiders. Let's see. He's right on the line. Well, you're right, Tim. The 49er offensive line is just dominated tonight.
Well, they're surging now. Snap to whistle. It's all about finishing.
So the Xfinity 1st and 10 line is not official, but obviously we see with the change, the 49ers have moved them again, and now they get 1st and goal. Nice ball control on the drive for the 49ers that they have chewed up the clock after the field goal. Look at that. 1st and goal for the 49ers. Rulin. Lance Long at the top of your screen, and they give it to Oman. It's the Oman show. Oman, touchdown, 49ers. Oman was a 3rd-year, or is a 3rd-year running back. He's a former 6th-round pick by Buffalo in 08.
There he is again, 67. Look at him just own the defensive tackle. That's what you call a hook block. That can never happen to a defensive tackle. He gets hooked by Kilgore, and then Corcoran has another nice block, lead block by the fullback. Boy, I would love to be a 49er running back tonight.
They're parting the sea for the 49er running backs. His Akers kick is good, and with 3:39 left to go in the Battle of the Bay, the 49ers have assumed control. Actually, they've been in control the whole game, but have not taken advantage of opportunities. But now they lead 17-3. But Daniel Kilgore, the Niners moved up in the draft to get the rookie guard, 5th-round pick out of Appalachian State, as you pointed out. But the Niner scouts, they saw him in a game against Florida, were really stepped up.
No, he is a mauler now, and you can see he's got very good feet. He's able to stay on his feet. Good balance. You got 60 plays to 46 in favor of the San Francisco 49ers and more than a 12-minute advantage in time of possession. Everything, Dennis, with the exception of the special teams, has been better tonight. Special teams, and they gave up the punt return last week for a touchdown against the Saints. That's the only segment for the 49ers that has not been improved tonight.
15 plays, 78 yards, 8 minutes and 39 seconds. A heavy dose of Xavier Omar on that. And the Niners did a great job on third down tonight as well.
No, Jim Harbaugh should be very, very pleased with how his team has come out and with a solid plan and, more importantly, the execution of the plan.
Potiphar deep to receive from Fabrizio Scaccia, and he'll get a chance. And he won't make it to the 20-yard line. The Raiders are really going to be hurt by that return kicking off from the 35 because Jacoby Ford is one of the biggest weapons in the NFL. He returned 3 for touchdowns last year, and he may not get that opportunity with kicker kicking off from the 35-yard line now.
With a returner like that, I think you're right. You do your best to boot it out of the end zone. And then the deal with the Raiders now, get Jacoby Ford back, get Chaz Schillens back from injury, and they'll look like a whole different offense, and of course Darren McFadden as well.
Chad Jackson now in at receiver for the Raiders. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Lewis Rankin. And Rankin, a couple of years ago, I remember he had a big game for the Raiders. The Stockton native was on Seattle's practice squad last year. It was a Raider game against the 49ers that I was trying to recall in the preseason, where he ran for 148 yards on 21 carries, including a 72-yard touchdown run. Rankin in the game now. And Raiders need a little magic. Trying to answer, trailing 17-3. Niners come, bring the pressure. Oh, there they go.
There's Dobbsy.
DeMarcus Dobbs continues his remarkable preseason.
Here he is, and this is he's just gonna bull and take the guard. Look at this. Look at him get inside position. He destroyed the offensive guard. Destroyed him. I mean, that's what you call the human forklift. Get your hands inside, pick him up off his feet, and throw him to his back. Yeah, big time play.
That was Alex Parsons of the Raiders. He's not going to look at that one on film. Bowler's going to run, and he can. And he gets across the 20 to the 21-yard line. But he's going to come up far shy of the first down.
How about the physical advantage by the 49ers in this game? And remember me talking earlier about Hugh Jackson. He wants to bully people. The head coach over there with the Raiders, they have gotten bullied in this game tonight in all phases. Yeah, physically, the 49ers have just been better.
Timeout Oakland. That's their second charge timeout, 32nd timeout.
That's not just the third unit you're talking about, Tim. That started from the get-go here. First stringers to third, you name it.
Absolutely.
Time for our web poll at CBSSF.com. Who will have a better win-loss record this year, the 49ers or the Raiders? Well, I can tell you that the Raiders' expectations is playoffs, and I think Jim Harbaugh has come in here, Tim, and he's saying incremental progress, right? Let's get better each day. I haven't really heard playoffs or Super Bowl or any of that stuff come out of his mouth.
Yeah, in 5 games in the East time zone on the road, that's going to be a disadvantage. Now, the division is weaker, certainly, in the NFC West, and it's going to be wide open. But you look at the Raiders, they were undefeated in the division last year. So I would say if you forced me to pick, I'd probably say the Raiders in terms of more regular season wins.
It's actually incredible. It's the first time ever that an AFC West opponent has won every single game in their division. And when you do that, you figure, well, you're making the playoffs, right? Wrong. Pakulak will punt for the Raiders. Phillip Adams drifting back. He'll take the ball at the 30. And Adams is going to have some room. He's across midfield, and Pakulak, the punter, is the man who knocks him out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. The punt of 49 yards, a return to 21 as a flag.
During the kick, number 88 of the kicking team is downfield inelogibly. 5-yard penalty will be tacked on to the end of the run. First down.
Good to see him back after that ankle injury last year, Dennis.
Yeah.
Looks like he's still got a lot of juice left in those legs.
Well, that was a devastating injury in December in his left ankle. He had screws inserted into that ankle in postseason surgery, and it was tragic because Phillip was 7th round pick last year and really had a strong camp. Niners have changed quarterbacks. Jeremiah Masoli is going to make his first appearance in the National Football League. 5'11" rookie, born in San Francisco. But it's the Oman show again, and tripped up at the line, picks up a yard. Masoli went to Sarah High School in San Mateo, later City College of San Francisco. He led them to a national title, then on to Oregon. He had enormous success before legal troubles forced him to transfer to Ole Miss.
During the run, personal foul face mask, number 58 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Bruce Davis called for the personal foul, so the 49ers are going to march down.
Bruce Davis was getting drove back about 15 yards by Wiggins, the right tackle. And just basically grabbed his mask to hang on. You know, looking at Masoli, he looks to me so much more like a running back than a quarterback, just looking at his body type.
Well, I think initially that's what they brought him in. He was thought they would try him at running back.
Short, quick, and thick.
Oman gets outside, inside the 10-yard line. Good open field tackle by Chindi Chekwa. Might have saved 6 there. Now we're going to hit the 2-minute warning.
This is the 2-minute warning.
Well, Oman getting a lot of work. 49ers leading the Raiders 17-3 at
Of the game, presented by the Taiwan Tourism Bureau.
That's got to go to one man. Kendall Hunter, the rookie, an electrifying 53-yard touchdown run that gave the 49ers the lead at 10-0 at that point. And he had a huge hole to run through. Now we're 2-minute warning, and the 49ers have a second down. And it's Oman. And Oman pulls forward, and he will be very close. It looks like he got the first down. It didn't appear to be a very favorable marking, so we'll see. Niners have a lot of talent in that backfield, so Oman, third year back. 6th round pick by Buffalo in 2008. He looks good tonight, but a lot of talent back there, Tim.
He's always looked the part now. I remember going to a Buffalo training camp his rookie year, and physically, there's no question that guy passes the eyeball test.
Well, the Niners are going to down it now. The first and 10 line tonight was presented in part by Xfinity, endless entertainment, endless ways, endless fun to do Xfinity.
Do you know how bad Jeremiah Masoli wants to either muff a snap or miss a handoff and improvise and make something happen?
Right. Well, you know how many opportunities you're going to get, right? And the Niners have 2 more preseason games, but, you know, if you don't have a lot of time to practice, then you're going to have to take advantage of these games to get experience, certainly for Colin Kaepernick, if he's your backup.
Absolutely. You're going to eventually, you'll see here when they get to that roster cut down, you're going to see a lot of good young players get released because they just, Dennis, could not be properly evaluated with the way the lockout worked and shortened training camp.
Yeah, I think a lot of the free agents got shortchanged, and, you know, who knows if they'll get another opportunity. But the 49ers dominant tonight in all aspects of the game. And they defeat the Oakland Raiders 17-3.
And keeping it all in perspective, it is preseason football. As you see Chuck Bresnahan, the defensive coordinator, and Jimmy has got a relationship with all those guys, having coached with the Raiders. But I think it was a nice shot in the arm for the San Francisco 49ers. After last week, what happened in New Orleans, they worked very hard during the week of practice. And as I said at the beginning of the game with some of the keys and the football intelligence and no mental errors, we didn't see that tonight. That's a major bonus for this team.
Well, the 49ers win the Battle of the Bay 17-3. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with more and post-game to follow. Back from Candlestick Park in a moment.